I mean, what I observe today is companies have gotten very lean, spans of control have gotten very, very wide. And a lot of younger leaders, we used to have a system of trainer jobs, right? So you ran a department, and then maybe you ran a division, and then maybe you ran a country, and then maybe, and you sort of learned leadership in a low risk, low cost way. And what I'm seeing today is that people are being put in roles that they're just not prepared for. And there's been no kind of training concept. And yet I think with this idea of increasing circles of I don't know what you want to call it, circles of organization, that may be a way of addressing some of these challenges.
I think that that's very true. I mean, when I first studied Frances I shadowed her. That's the method I used. And when I first did that, organizations were organized in a very hierarchical way, top down, with communication up and down a chain of command. We didn't have the technology we have now. And leaders communicated in a very isolated way. So it was fascinating to watch her and what she laid out for me. And I remember we were having lunch at the Cosmopolitan Club in New York, and she was trying to describe her organization to me. So she started pulling knives and forks and salt and pepper shakers and everything and showing me that what she really had was a web. And she said, I'm in the center, I'm not the top. She said, I draw people in around me, and I organize the people in the orbit so that they can learn from one another and that I can be their support. And it was fascinating to see that, especially watching how our cultures and our organizational cultures evolved, where you don't have all that training. So you do need to see how people do things. You do need that access to be able to witness how excellence is demonstrated at a leadership level, which hierarchical organizations didn't provide. And also, so much of our work now is done in teams. And I think a webs of inclusion, both as a structure, which it was, but also as a practice. A web of inclusion is based on an inclusive practice and inclusive behaviors, such as she demonstrated. That really is where the team coordination can come in, and where how you manage teams. You really manage teams by giving them support and then getting out of their way.